Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today we are doing something a little different. We are flying from Miami, just up the coast a little bit to Long Beach. But what makes this trip a little bit different, a little bit special, is that we are flying in our very own PMDG, I always get that wrong, PMDG, 737-700. And what makes this one a little different, it is painted in Emerald Harbour Air. It is my first attempt at painting a livery, and I have painted the PMDG 737-700 in the Emerald Harbour Air colours. And it's a bit of an obscure little virtual airline, really. I mean, this paint scheme sort of came out with Flight Simulator X and some of their aircraft, their default aircraft. And also in Flight Sim 2020 now, they have a 747 and a few other little aircraft painted in this airline. It is a very old style sort of a livery, really. It's a sort of a classic airline sort of livery, which I think makes it look quite neat. It's a sort of a classic. It's not a modern sort of layout and design, sort of thing you would see on a DC-6 or something like that. But I think it looks good. It has charm, it has character, and can't say I really love the green, but as a layout, as a design, as an airline livery, I think it actually looks quite neat. I like things that are old. I like things that are classic. And so I decided to paint the PMDG's 737 in the Emerald Harbour Air colours. Now, the other thing I did with it is I put the default 737 cockpit in there because I don't like all the technical. I don't like getting bogged down with all the technical things and all the procedures and startups and all that thing. You can spend 20 minutes just trying to start the plane and get it up in the air. I like to get in, I like to fly, enjoy the plane, enjoy the scenery, and just have fun flying. That's me. We're all different. Now, as you can see, the engines are not painted yet. I want to put some green and the turquoise sort of stripe on the engines, which I haven't done yet. But to get it this far has taken actually hours and hours and hours. It looks easy, guys, but it is not easy, I assure you. But I like it so far. I think it's come up pretty good if you can compare it with the 747 and the Flight Sim 2020, which I'm also going to do some flights with. But today we're just going to try out this little 737-700. We're going to go up the coast from Miami to Palm Beach. So it should be fun. Okay, so here we are in the cockpit. I'm not going to do all the procedures, and well, there's not a lot of procedures actually in the default cockpit. It's pretty basic, but it's enough to have fun and enjoy the plane and enjoy the actual scenery as well. We should have our left view here. There we go. We can put that out a bit so we can see our wing and our engine, which I think is quite good. It's nice being able to have some views of the wing, and you can see everything working there. Okay, so I've tested it all out. I'm sure everything's working fine. Let's just have another look at our control surfaces. Everything's good. Have we got our reverse thrust? Yep, reverse thrust. Rudders, everything is going fine. So the passengers are loaded, and I'm not going to do everything, of course. I'm going to do the set up the autopilot and do the landing. I'm going to get the flight engineer, my co-pilot, to do the startup process and get the engines and everything going, and then we're going to get pushback. Now to set up for departure. Set up for departure. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to bring the flaps down 3 down to there. I'm going to set the trim down a little bit, so we're down there. We're going to take off the brake, not yet, soon, ready for our radio. We're going to set that up for the ILS. Okay, Palm Beach is 11190 is the ILS frequency. So we'll adjust our radio. We'll put 11190 into our radio here. Switch that over to the active. We can turn that on. So that's our radio done, and our heading for the runway at Long Beach is 98. So let's put that into the course here, a heading of 98. 98, okay. So that's all done. Now we're going to be following the GPS. We're going to turn our flight director on. Not going to turn the auto throttle on yet. Altitude, we're going to be cruising around about 10,000 feet. So I'll put that into the autopilot here. 10,500. Let's make it 10,500 feet. Okay, we'll be cruising today. Okay, so let's get pushback.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, we request that you store your luggage and take your seats so we can have an on-time departure. For those passengers seated in a designated exit row, you may be called upon to open that exit in the event of an emergency. Please refer to the safety briefing card or the exit row information card located in the seat back pocket to ensure you meet the exit row criteria and understand the information. After carefully reviewing this card, if you believe you could be injured, do not wish to, or cannot perform the functions listed, please notify a flight attendant. At this time, we also request that you store your electronic devices until we are above 10,000 feet. I will notify you when it is safe to bring these items out for use. If there's any question as to what device you can use on board today, please refer to the Welcome Aboard section of your My Magazine. Thank you for your attention.
Please double check the security of your seatbelt. All electronic devices do need to be turned off and put away at this time. This does include all cellular phones and two-way pagers. Flight attendants, please prepare your doors for departure and cross-check.
Okay, so we are now taxiing to the active runway so that we can depart for Long Beach. Just following the Pacific Airlines 737-800 up ahead of us. Out, truck, don't you run into me.
Now we ask that you direct your attention to the forward part of each cabin to the TV monitors for a brief and important safety message about our...
Welcome aboard. Please fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle, and tighten the strap. To unfasten your belt, pull up on the buckle. Turbulence may occur unexpectedly, so keep your seatbelt fastened during the flight, even when the sign is not on. Cell phones and two-way pagers may never be used in flight. Tray tables and footrests should be secured and your carry-on luggage placed under the seat in front of you or in a storage compartment. Please bring your seats to the upright position for takeoff. Used as rafts. Large life rafts are also on board. A sudden change in cabin pressure will automatically release an oxygen mask above your...
Okay, so here we are all ready, and we are looking good for departure from Miami International, our first flight really, in our PMDG 737-700, painted in Emerald Harbour Air. So this is a historic flight. It could be the first time a Boeing 737 of PMDG has ever been painted in this paint scheme. So here we go. It could be the first time it's ever adorned the skies in one of these 737-700s. Right, so we're ready to depart Miami. So let's take off. Bring our power up nice and slowly. We'll rotate at 140. Gear up. Doesn't that look sweet? That's a lovely looking plane from PMDG. They do make lovely aircraft, and this paint scheme, I have to say, is looking rather sharp, if I do say so myself. Looking for about 15 degrees climb as we pull out of Miami. And we're going to swing slightly to the left. Beautiful views there. Put the air brakes on by mistake. We don't need those on. Okay, we're going to climb up to our cruise altitude of around 10,000 feet.
Once you reach a comfortable cruising altitude, ladies and gentlemen, the flight attendants will be in the cabin to offer you a cocktail beverage of your choice, along with breakfast. There are 5 flight attendants on board today, primarily for your safety. If there's anything we can do to make your trip more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. I would like you to sit back and relax.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight in this first ever historic trip in our 737-700, painted in Emerald Harbour Air colours. Historic flight. And it is looking lovely, isn't it? The reflections and the light there. Beautiful looking aeroplane. Very, very nice, I have to say. Right, let's check our autopilot. Altitude 10,000 feet. So we're approaching 10,000 feet now. Our speed, let's engage our auto throttle. Set our speed at around 220 knots. Around 220, I think. We'll cruise at 220. Still climbing here. Beautiful colours. Sunrise here. Early morning. Still a bit of paint work to do on this plane. Not completely finished. The engines, I want to put a little bit more green and turquoise on the engines. And a little bit underneath there too. I need to paint the belly plate underneath the 737. So I'll get on to that. That'll be my next job. Okay, we're at our cruise altitude now, and we're traveling around about our designated speed that I wanted.
Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. We're level at our cruise altitude, so I'm going to turn off the seatbelt sign at this time. So you're free to move about as necessary. However, when seated, we would like you to keep your seatbelts comfortably fastened for your safety. We just checked the weather and expect smooth sailing for most of the flight. So for the most part, we're going to stay quiet and let you enjoy the entertainment and service, and we'll be talking with you later on the...
Doesn't that look beautiful? The clouds there, the sun coming up early morning. Just the colours look so radiant. Now I have Flight Simulator 2020 and it is absolutely gorgeous. The colours and the weather and the planes, but for me there's still a lot to enjoy with Flight Simulator X. Still enjoying Flight Sim X. Some people say it's so cartoony, the graphics are not good. Well, they aren't compared to Flight Sim 2020, but as it is, as a flight simulator, for what it is and for how old it is, there's still a lot of fun to be had. There's still a lot of enjoyment and use to be had from Flight Simulator X. It still looks great. It will never look totally realistic, and nor will Flight Sim 2020. I mean, they're only flight simulator games after all, you know. If you want reality, spend less time on your computer, get a job, earn some money and take some flying lessons. Then you'll have reality, okay? If you want to get real, if you're really interested in everything looking real, just get a job, save your money, do some flying lessons. Get into the real thing if you love the detail and the reality so much. But for me, it's just a fun, it's just a game, and it always will be. So I enjoy it for what it is, and I think it looks great. Okay, so this is a very short hop today, a really short hop. So we have to start. We have to start our descent now. We need to be down around 3,000 feet as we approach as we come into our final approach. So I'm going to slowly come down to 3,000 feet. Take a photo of that. That looks so nice. Dawn, it really is nice. The clouds are beautiful. The colours are lovely. You really see some nice scenery when you're flying around about that time of the day. It's a beautiful time of day to fly. So from Miami up to Long Beach is a very short hop, actually. Very short little flight, but I just wanted to test out this 737. I bought this so many years ago, many years ago. In fact, it arrived in the mail on a CD. There was the 747 by PMDG, the 747, 737, and the little Beechcraft aircraft as well. I got the three of them together. Can't remember how much it cost me, but it wasn't cheap. Their planes are never cheap, but they are really well done, well crafted. Okay, so let's check out our altitude because we're cruising around now to intercept our final approach. So it'll only be a few minutes and we will be switching over to navigation mode. Look at the scenery. Scenery is just beautiful. We'll be switching over to navigation mode, and we'll be doing an ILS approach today. Mainly because I just want to test out and see how this PMDG 737 performs with the default 737 cockpit. Not very authentic, but it is fun nevertheless. To our speed, we are going a little fast to be fair. Need to get our speed. Okay, I think we're at the right altitude and we are on course to intercept the ILS. The little magenta diamonds are sliding over into the right position. That's always a good sign. I'm going to turn on the approach hold, go into approach hold mode. And we should be able to just about see the runway. There we are, we can see the runway ahead of us. Coming into Long Beach, guys. For the first time in our PMDG 737-700, painted in the Emerald Harbour Air colours. The inaugural flight. Inaugural, is that the right word? Probably not. Okay, as soon as we get close to the runway, I'm going to turn off the flight director, turn off the speed mode, turn off the autopilot, and we will touch down manually. There's our airport there, our runway.
Flight attendants, prepare for landing, please.
Straight as an arrow. Let's drop our speed a little bit more. Flaps down full. Okay, get ready to turn off the autopilot. Flight director off, autopilot off. Reverse thrust on. And there we go. That was pretty easy. Okay. Flaps up. And I think we can taxi to the gate, guys.
It's been our pleasure serving you this morning. Have a pleasant stay.
Well, welcome to Long Beach, guys. And I think our PMDG 737 custom made, custom adjusted to suit our own flying style, custom painted in Emerald Harbour Air, I think performed beautifully. I think we're all good. There we go, we have arrived at Long Beach. No major dramas or mishaps. Pretty amazing for me. Pretty basic flying, nothing technical here, guys. This is certainly not a tutorial. I only fly for fun, as you can see. I don't worry about all the details and too much technical stuff. I just get in and fly. I had fun. And I like the look of this airplane that I've painted. I like the look of the Boeing 737-700 painted in the Emerald Harbour Air colours. It's a lovely looking plane. Just got that bit of painting to do on the engines, just to jazz that up. I need some nice textures on the engines. And that little bit of paint underneath on the belly of the plane. But other than that, I think it is looking sweet. I like it. I think we might take the Emerald Harbour Air 747 for a little cruise on my next video. I think that'll be fun. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, guys. A bit of fun flying. Hope you're enjoying your Flight Simulator X and your Flight Sim 2020. I use both and I enjoy both of them. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Ciao.